Good morning. Welcome to your early morning intuitive guidance. I'm probably going to cry through this whole thing, but I felt like it was still important to show up. So, I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum, and I do early morning intuitive guidance every morning. Come rain or shine. We have some rain right now. I had picked a card, and was remembering that a friend of mine, close friend of mine, hated this card and hated these words because they were what was said to her when she was dealing with the loss of her sister to breast cancer. And those words are be strong. And I picked that card again today and opened up my phone to jump on Facebook to do my early morning intuitive guidance like I do every single morning. And there's a text message from her that her daughter died during the night. And I'm like, what is going on here? All these young people leaving the world. Well, my friend Kathy at 63, gone. Someone I grew up with in the old neighborhood, his son died. He was in his 30s. Now Diane's daughter. What do we need to be paying attention to here? There's a higher message here, a huge higher message. And I look at that Be Strong card and am wondering what that message is, not just for me, but for all of us. These are difficult times. I talked to my son yesterday, and he is just beside himself with the state of the world. Good morning, Helen. Good morning. And I'm trying to balance it out a little bit in terms of how can we look at this thing through a broader perspective. And his opinion is we can't, that we've taken things so far the wrong direction that we're not going to be able to come back from it. I personally like to believe, and not in a denial sense, but in a miracle sense, that good morning, Carolyn, welcome. And welcome to whomever else has popped on that I can't see your name. I like to believe that in a miracle sense, things can still be salvaged in our world. It kind of feels like turning the Titanic, however. So how do we take personal responsibility for improving our world and caring for people? My dad said he was driving home yesterday and saw a man standing, good morning, Beth, in the middle of the road, or the median, with a sign begging, good morning, Mel. And off to the side was his wife and 2 children. And his sign basically said, 2 kids and we're hungry. And I'm like, how in a country as rich as we are can this stuff continue to happen? People not being taken care of. People not giving a shit what happens to other people. So I decided I wasn't going to read the card. I'll show you it, but I'm not going to read it. So it's Be Strong. And again, I don't think there are any accidents. I don't think there are any accidents that I pulled this deck, pulled this card, recalled that my friend hated this card because of those words, be strong, and then find out that her daughter died. I'm not sure what we do with all of this. I'm not sure at all what we do with all of this. But I felt like it was important to not ignore it. We need to turn toward what's painful and difficult instead of avoiding it. And I was reading this book that I'm really struggling to make sense of, Taking the War Out of Our Words, the Art of Powerful Non-Defensive Communication. We have been so trained in war language. We fight this, we do battle with that, it's this or that. And really it's so past time for all of that to change. So I'm hoping all of you, there's 5 of you on here right now, I'm hoping all of you will send up love and prayers to my friend as she struggles with the loss of her daughter. And to all of those who are struggling. I don't care what people are struggling with. I don't care what color they are. I don't care how old they are. People have struggles. And if we could have some more compassion. And yes, I know many of us have compassion fatigue. Maybe that's the be strong. Maybe it's even though we have compassion fatigue, rather than walking past, turning a blind eye, shutting down, maybe we pay attention. Can we pay attention to the struggles of others? Can we do one small thing to support somebody who's struggling? Can we insist that our institutions do a far better job of caring for people who are marginalized? Can we contribute to the care of those who struggle to care for themselves, whether it's mental illness, poverty, whatever it is, substance abuse, rather than blaming, shaming, and kicking people to the curb? So that's what I'm asking for today. Please send up prayers, hugs, and love for all those who are struggling. And please do what you can today to make a difference for some. I'll be back tomorrow.